Hey guys, and welcome back to Tips from Steve and Steph. Today we are going to be making homemade peanut butter in less than 5 minutes. The benefits of making your own peanut butter is that you are not forced to think you're eating something healthy, even if it says natural on it, without getting the extra high fructose corn syrup or the seed oils or salt or all these ingredients that they add into peanut butter, even labeled as natural, are terrible for you. So with just a couple minutes and a couple dollars, you can make your own peanut butter that lasts just as long and is way healthier. All you need is your peanuts. You can pick if you want to use salted, unsalted, honey roasted. I have a variety here. You can also use cashews, almonds, any kind of butter that you want to make. So all we're going to do is take your peanuts and we're going to pour them into the food processor. I just do one jar at a time. It pretty much fits pretty nicely inside this size jar. And when you first start mixing the processor, it's going to start looking like sand, like wet sand, and then it's going to turn into like clumpies and it's going to look like it's just not going well. And you scrape the sides, get it all back into the middle and hit it again, and you let it go until it gets creamy. You can stop it when it's more gritty. You can food process it as long as you want to make it practical water if you chose to. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this going, and I will show you at the end other things that you can do to spruce it up. So I'm going to be using dry roasted peanuts with sea salt to avoid having to add additional salt into the mixture later. I just feel like less is more, especially if you're having it on a PB&J. You don't necessarily taste the peanut butter with the overpowering sweet jelly, so I just try to eliminate it. So I'm going to use this whole entire jar. It's kind of weird me doing this backwards. So I'm going to go ahead and just start the food processor. I just go on high. It's just a quicker way of getting it done. It doesn't matter. And I want to show you what this looks like after just 10, 12 seconds. So as you can see, it just turned it into grits after just 10 or so seconds. We're going to keep it going for a couple more minutes. Is turning into what seems like one big chunk. I can't even move it with my spatula. So now is the time that you want to go through and make sure the bottoms, you can't see it, but it starts collecting dry pockets at the bottoms. I just like to give it a little bit of a stir, if possible, before doing it for another couple of minutes. This is the sticky ball I was referring to. This is the process right before it starts turning creamy. So at this point, if you wanted to go ahead and try to get rid of that ball just so the blade evenly is distributed, and about one more minute before we add any additives if wanted. So once it gets to that creamy-ish consistency, this is the time that if you wanted to go ahead and flavor this up, you could add some cocoa powder, you could do cinnamon and some like organic cane sugar to add that flavor. You could do honey, which is a great option, or Nutella. So if you didn't use salted nuts, this is the time you'd want to add a little bit of salt. But the flavor options are there. If you wanted to make this more of a crunchy peanut butter, at this point you could take a couple handfuls of peanuts and just do on low or a pulsate just to get them kind of roughly chopped up and mixed in there. But other than that, your peanut butter is done. So now we're going to, and this is going to be hot, by the way. The peanut butter is physically hot right now. So now I'm going to get this served up into my mason jar. So let me show you how creamy this is. And again, this is a 1 ingredient peanut butter. So on my non-toasted bread, look at, it's literally softer than butter. So there you have it. For less than $2 in less than 5 minutes, you have a homemade, healthy, non-additive, non-seed oil peanut butter. It stays good in your fridge for weeks, and if you plan on using it in the next 4 or 5 days, you can leave it in your cupboard or at room temperature. But I will say, once it's refrigerated, it's not creamy like that. You have to kind of let it get to room temp before spreading it that easily. But it works great in recipes or for homemade granola, oatmeal bars. It's just used as any other peanut butter, but healthy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.